everyone joining us from pretty much across the country, which
Yeah.
is fabulous because I know there's
And
so
Missouri, from Missouri as well. Great.
oh, from Missouri. Wow. Amazing. So we're so happy to see everybody and to join us. Thank you so much, guys. We have some fabulous guests with us. So I believe by now a lot of you know our friend Carrie Sullivan, who's a sales representative for Visit Orlando. Welcome, Carrie.
Thank you so much for having me.
Hello, hello. And Carrie, you brought a guest with you today.
I did. I have Jessica Sherbert from the Grove Resort and Water Park. She's going to tell you all about her amazing property that I was just there last week. So she's going to let you know all about the great property. Absolutely fantastic place to stay and send your clients.
Thank you,
Great.
Carrie. I really appreciate being here today and excited to share the Grove Resort and Water Park with everybody.
Amazing. Well, you know what? We're going to get started, ladies, but we have a few housekeeping and some really exciting news. So I know we've got our spoiled agents here live on Zoom and on Facebook. You guys are giving away a 4-night stay to the Grove Resort Orlando to one lucky spoiled agent.
Right. Yes, a 4-night stay. We're
Let's look at
excited.
this. They're going crazy with the emojis. So how everyone has to qualify, it's really simple. If you're joining us here on Zoom, we already have your email. We don't need it again because you registered. But if you have any questions, please put them in the Q&A box. You don't have to ask a question to be qualified. You're already qualified because you're joining us here on Zoom, but you have to stay to the question period. If you're joining us over here on Facebook, which I see we have quite a few on Facebook, you guys just have to please put your email in the comments so we can send those off to the ladies later as well. Okay. So any questions, please, to the Q&A. Don't put them in the chat. We're going to leave the chat just for the chat. How's that? And the oohs and the ahs, as I like to say. Also, throughout the presentation, I'm going to be putting the ladies' contact information. Of course, Carrie's supplier page for Visit Orlando on Spoiled Agent. So you can access all the great specialty program, agent rates and incentives and all those great things from there. How's that? So I'm going to let Carrie, I'm going to hand it over to you, miss, if you want to share your screen, and I'll meet you guys at the end. Thanks again.
Excellent. So let's get started. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today and updating your knowledge on Orlando and, of course, finding out about the beautiful Grove Resort and Water Park in Orlando. So we're going to get started. I know your time is very valuable, and we do very much so appreciate you taking time to meet with us today. So let's get started. Let's start with our beautiful picture there. That is the Disney Springs area, in case you are wondering where that gorgeous hotel is located. So as I'm sure you already know, Orlando is the theme park capital of the world. We do have the best theme parks right in our own backyard, but we do have a number of beyond the park experiences as well. So we definitely want to highlight that for you. We are the #1 travel destination in the United States. In this year alone, 2024, we're going to see over 24 new attractions, dining options, accommodations, and experiences coming into Orlando. So we do have a lot to tell you. So let's start with a quick little video that highlights some of our theme parks.
Here, matching bedazzled shirts are worn proudly. Homework disappears. Business suits become bathing suits. And young ones are granted new power. Because this place changes you. Princesses get the royal treatment. Siblings call truces. And dad jokes are actually funny. Robots crown new heroes. And phones are forgotten, at least for a little while. Fireworks paint the sky every night. And hand-holding makes a comeback every day. Here, anything is possible, as long as you can imagine it. And that's what makes Orlando unbelievably real.
just highlight some of our theme parks. Of course, you've got the Wizarding World of Harry Potter at Universal Studios in there, Sesame Street Land at SeaWorld. You also got Star Wars Galaxy's Edge at Walt Disney World Resort. So lots of fun theme park fun. And I love how it says that sibling called truces. I was just there with my kids and there was no fighting for 6 days. So they actually did get along for 6 days because they only had each other to hang out with. So it was really fun to see them sort of come together as siblings. So just some quick numbers for you. I just want to highlight, of course, our annual visitors. So in 2023, we saw 74 million people visit Orlando. That was led by Canada and as their #1 international market with over 1.2 million people visiting Orlando in 2023. That's an historic number of Canadians that have visited Orlando ever. So well done to you guys, our travel advisors and our spoiled agents for sending your clients down to Orlando. Some other quick numbers for you. We have 160 plus nonstop flights from across the globe, and I will talk about our Canadian service shortly. 130,000 hotel rooms in our inventory, so lots to choose from for your clients. 600 plus restaurants and bars, so you're never going to go hungry. There's some incredible dining options in Orlando. 200 plus unique venues and attractions, so our beyond the park experiences. And just to let you know, it does take 121 days to fully experience everything Orlando has to offer your clients. And we have over 480 plus hotels and resorts, so different types of hotels and resorts. If your client is looking for a standard hotel room, we have that. If they're looking for a 1, 2, or 3 bedroom villa or a vacation home, we've got them covered. We have all different types of accommodations for your clients. So just to get your bearings, you may or may not have been to Orlando before, but just a quick little map. We do have our international airport here, MCO. Up to the north, we have the downtown and Winter Park area, so a little more residential, a little more local. Over here, we've got our little beach area here. This is our convention center district, International Drive, known as I-Drive to the locals, very touristy area. SeaWorld and Universal are located in those areas. Over here to the pink, we have our Disney and Lake Buena Vista areas. And then down to the south, we have Celebration and the Kissimmee area. So just so you can get your bearings. So the direct airline service that we can get your clients down to Orlando from across Canada. We are, of course, with Air Canada year-round out of Toronto, Montreal, Quebec City, Halifax, and Ottawa. Year-round service with WestJet as well, and they service, of course, the West Coast with Vancouver, Calgary, Edmonton, Regina, Saskatoon, Winnipeg, and then into the east with Toronto, Hamilton, Ottawa, and then service out of Halifax and St. John's, Newfoundland. We have seasonal service out of Toronto, Halifax, and Winnipeg with our friends at Sunwing, seasonal service with Transat out of Montreal, Quebec City, and Moncton, and then year-round service with our friends at Porter out of Toronto and Ottawa 7 days a week. We've got 4 days a week with our friends at Canada Jetlines going out of Toronto, and Flair has just announced that they are also going to be flying into MCO. They were formerly going into Sanford, now going into MCO, and they're going to be flying out of Toronto, London, Waterloo, and St. John, New Brunswick, starting this coming winter season. And we are also with all of our major tour operator partners. So we are with Air Canada Vacations, WestJet Vacations, Sunwing, Transat, Travel Brands, and Jetline Vacations. So there are so many incredible experiences in Orlando. And of course, we're going to touch now on our theme parks. So we do have Walt Disney World Resort with 4 incredible theme parks, Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Hollywood Studios, and Animal Kingdom, 2 water parks with Blizzard Beach and Typhoon Lagoon, and over 25 on-site hotels for your clients if they want to stay right on site at Walt Disney World. We will talk about what's new with the parks a little bit later, but while we're on this slide, I do want to just highlight this is the new Journey Through Water. It is a new area at Epcot. It opened in October of last year. So just a really pretty area for your clients to walk through and engage and explore through water through the eyes of Moana. And of course, we have SeaWorld Orlando with 3 parks. SeaWorld Orlando, that's their new pipeline surf coaster, which I didn't ride, but it looks very, very cool. My kids did go on. We've got Discovery Cove, which is their day out dolphin swim experience. It's an all-inclusive day out. Your food and drink and everything is covered. And then, of course, they have their water park as well with Aquatica. Now, if you do buy tickets to Discovery Cove, you do also get entry into SeaWorld and Aquatica within 14 days of that visit. And over to Universal, they now have 3 incredible theme parks with a 4th theme park coming in 2025. So they have Universal's Islands of Adventure, Universal Studios Florida, and their water park, Universal's Volcano Bay. Coming in 2025 is going to be Universal's Epic Universe, with 5 new immersive worlds for your clients to enjoy. And they do have currently 8 on-site hotels if your clients do want to stay right on site, as well as 3 more hotels coming into 2025, which we'll talk about in a little bit. So we always like to let you know about the International Drive area. This is a great area to recommend to your clients to visit or stay if they're going to stay off-site from Universal or Walt Disney World, as you are close to many, many attractions, accommodations, and dining options. You're going to find attractions such as the Desertland Park Orlando, which is a museum, restaurant, and arcade all in one, Pirates Cove Adventure Golf, and Andretti Indoor Karting and Games, which is so much fun. It's a huge rec center with games, 4 tracks to go around and compete with other people, and a restaurant and bar right on site. You've got Ripley's, believe it or not, they've just opened up a beer spot as well, so you can enjoy a relaxing little Pilsner or whatever your favorite pint is in those lovely little tubs. And then we have Fun Spot America. So it's, again, a theme park on a smaller scale, more like a Canada's Wonderland, where your clients can go and enjoy some rides and roller coasters. We also have the Icon Park area. So this is a 20-acre entertainment facility, and you're going to find over 40 attractions, restaurants, all in one spot. You will find the Orlando Eye, which, as you can see from that picture there, is just a gorgeous way to get some beautiful sights of Orlando. It's about 450 feet high, takes about 20 minutes to get all the way around, but you do get some great views of Orlando. We also have Sea Life Aquarium, Museum of Illusions, and Madame Tussauds all in one spot. Easy for your clients to visit all of them. And some great restaurant options with Ole Red, which is owned and operated by Blake Shelton. So for the country music fans, they do have some great food there, as well as live music. Yard House, Gordon Ramsay's Fish and Chips, just to name a few. So lots of great options. One of the things I'm also often asked about Icon Park is, do you have to pay to go into Icon Park? And the answer is no, you do not. Anybody can go into Icon Park, but you do pay to go into the different attractions and, of course, to the restaurant. And then similar to Icon Park, we have Point Orlando, again, another area with an abundance of restaurants and attractions. There's a cinema there, all in one area. You've got some great options such as Main Event and Live at Point Orlando, which are both great for gaming, watching sporting events, as you can see from all of their TVs. Some great dining options. And then we've got that flipped upside down building there. That is Wonderworks, a great little attraction to recommend to your clients if they're looking for something to do for a few hours. It is actually 3 levels. So it's very deceiving. It's 3 levels, very immersive, hands-on, fun for the kids. The 3rd floor is actually a ropes course, so the kids can go and burn off some energy there. And there's even more to explore in and around and just outside of the Orlando area. So here is the Kennedy Space Center. It is about an hour from Orlando going out towards the Port Canaveral area, but they do have some incredible experiences there. They have their Heroes and Legends Museum, their Behind the Gates experiences, which I highly recommend doing an upgrade for your clients to their behind the scenes, because you do get to go out and see launch pads and different things that you wouldn't get to see on a regular tour. You have their ship their exhibit there, which is the Space Shuttle Atlantis, right on display for you to see, and it's absolutely amazing. The picture does not do it justice, and there's a little bit of a Canadian connection as well. So one of the Apollo experiences, one of their launches, they actually took some maple seeds up to space and planted them, but the seeds that did come back, they actually planted there at the Kennedy Space Center. So they have a little garden there with 17 maple trees that you can go and see when you're there. So it's a little fun Canadian fact there for you. And here's my kids. They really enjoyed it, so they're just going to say hello to you. They really enjoyed the Kennedy Space Center. It was a lot of fun for them as well. So, of course, we have Legoland Florida as well, another one of our theme park partners there. They do have 3 theme parks now with the opening of their new Peppa Pig theme park that opened back in 2022. They have 1 water park on site, as well as 3 on-site hotels if your clients want to stay right on site. It is not right in Orlando. It's just shy of an hour in the Winter Haven area. And the picture you see to the left there, that is their new Ferrari Build and Race. That opened in March of this year, so you can go and see life-size Ferrari cars built out of Lego, of course. And then the kids can go in and make their own little cars and go through all these little obstacle courses. So So to get outdoors and enjoy that Florida sunshine and do some more adventurous type of activities, we have so much to enjoy there. We have the Revolution Adventures, which is our off-roading ATV park. Gatorland Orlando, which is actually one of the original attractions to the Orlando area. It's been there even before Disney was there. And you can go and enjoy an amazing day out there. You can do their adventure hour, which is the picture you see there with the alligators right behind you. They've got their Stomping Gator off-road adventure. You can hold and have your picture taken with baby alligators and baby pythons. Just a lot of outdoor type of experiences for you. You've also got Wild Florida, which is a lot of fun, about 45 minutes from Orlando. They do take you out on their airboat ride so you can see the alligators in their natural environment. They have a zoo as well as their drive-through safari, which is the picture you see there. We also have a variety of water sports such as paddleboarding, kayaking on the glass bottom boats, sailing, and then we have our Wallaby Ranch hang gliding flight park. So as you can see, a lot of beyond the theme park experiences, getting out and enjoying that Florida sunshine. And I have to prove to you that I did do the adventure hour because this is not a green screen. This is alligators right behind you. Absolutely a great experience. I highly recommend. They literally are right behind you. They're making noises and hissing. You get to go and feed them some raw chicken that they give you, and then you get your picture taken. So highly recommend. And if you do get it done, make sure you get a picture because you're going to want to prove it. And as I mentioned, a variety of water sports. So going out on the airboat rides with Boggy Creek Airboat Adventures, kayaking, and then, of course, fishing. And everybody likes to do a little bit of shopping when they are down in Orlando. I know I certainly do. And we do have some great shopping centers very close to the theme parks and to all of our hotels. We have 2 locations of the premium outlets with over 320 stores between the 2. We have the Florida Mall with over 250 stores, all the typical stores you would find at a U.S. shopping center. You're also going to find the Crayola Experience there, which is an attraction, great for little ones where they can go and explore and engage with color. And for a little more of an upscale experience, we have the mall at Millennia. So over 140 stores, some higher end options such as Louis Vuitton, Dior, Coach, Kate Spade, etc., and some great restaurant options there as well. Now, you might not know, but Orlando has been named the #1 foodie destination in the United States. We do have some incredible dining options for your clients to enjoy. Award-winning restaurants and celebrity chefs such as Gordon Ramsay, Guy Fieri, Manjeet Chauhan, just to name a few. Themed family dining such as the Medieval Times. We've got whatever kind of food your clients are looking for, we've got them covered. And for 2024, we added in 5 new restaurants to the Michelin program. So we now have 7 Michelin-starred restaurants where your clients can go and enjoy a 4-star meal. We've also got 11 Michelin Bib Gourmand restaurants, meaning they are known to have a family-friendly establishment with good prices, and 30 Michelin recommended restaurants. You can get a complete list of all of these restaurants on our website, visitorlando.com, or you can visit the Michelin Guide website as well. And the fun doesn't stop when the day is over at the theme parks and our Beyond the Park experiences. We have some great nighttime events as well. So Cirque du Soleil at Disney Springs with Drawn to Life, some great shows along International Drive with Howl at the Moon, Mango's Tropical Cafe, and Tin Roof. I personally have seen the Mango's Tropical Cafe show a few times. It is so much fun. It's very Latin inspired, great food, and just a great evening out. And then, of course, over at Disney Springs, there's some great live music options as well with Raglan Road and House of Blues, just to name a few. And then, of course, we have the Disney Springs area as well as the Universal City Walk area. So Disney Springs just opened up 2 new restaurants. So there is Eat by Manjeet Chauhan, which is the first Indian-inspired restaurant at Disney Springs, and Summer House on the Lake, which is right down on the water, serving some fresh California-inspired cuisine. Over to Universal City Walk, you have some great options such as the Hard Rock Cafe, Toothsome's Chocolate Emporium, Bubba Gump Shrimp Company. And while we're talking about Universal City Walk, if you happen to be going, they also do have a preview center for their new Universal's Epic Universe. So you can actually go in and see exactly what the park is going to look like. There's a really great model there for you to go and check out if you or your clients happen to be going in the next little while. And as for our accommodations, well, very shortly you're going to find out about the Grove Resort and Water Park. But we do have, as I mentioned, over 480 different types of hotels and resorts for your clients. We have an inventory of over 130,000 rooms. We've opened or expanding 7 new properties in the next couple of years, and 11 properties opened in 2023 for an additional over 1,400 rooms to our inventory. So we do have a lot to choose from for your clients. But I do want to highlight the new Universal resorts that are coming in 2025. So we do have the Universal Stella Nova Resort coming in January of 2025, followed by the Universal Terra Luna Resort coming in February of 2025. So as you can see, both very sleek, very science-like, very space-like, and they are both part of the Universal Prime category. So what's new for 2024? Well, we did touch upon some of it throughout the presentation. Just recently on June 14th, DreamWorks Land opened up at Universal Studios Florida. So that just opened up a few weeks ago, bringing in some family-friendly experiences, some family-friendly rides, as well as meet and greets with your favorite characters from Trolls, Kung Fu Panda, and Shrek. Minion Land also opened in August of last year, again at Universal Studios, bringing in, again, some more family-friendly experiences and meet and greets with your favorite minions and Gru and his daughters. Coming soon, opening June 28th at Magic Kingdom, Tiana's Bayou Adventure will be coming in and replacing Splash Mountain. And then, of course, over at SeaWorld, they have just announced their date. July 7th is going to be the opening of their all-new family-friendly launch coaster called Penguin Trek. So you're actually going to go in a snowmobile-inspired car, go on this family-friendly roller coaster, and you will end up in their penguin habitat. And little insider tip, that is the best place at SeaWorld to cool off on a hot day, because it is, of course, very cold in there for the penguins. So if you want to go cool off, that is a really great spot to do so. We've also got Aquatica Orlando, which has opened up their Tassie's Underwater Twist, the picture that you see there to the right. And coming later this year is Area 15 Orlando. So a very highly themed entertainment area that's going to have restaurants and attractions and different type of attractions that are going to sort of move around in different exhibits for your clients to enjoy. So that's coming later in 2024. So I am going to show you now our what's new to explore for 2024 video. I apologize, it does not have sound, but I will sort of guide you along as we're going through the video. So this does touch upon a little of 2023 as well. So Tron Light Cycle Run opened at Magic Kingdom late last year. Fantastic roller coaster. This is Penguin Trek opening very soon, July 7th. And then, of course, as I mentioned, there's the new Minion Land, which is open now at Universal Studios Orlando. And opened in March is the Lego Ferrari Build and Race over at Legoland, Florida. And there are some new hotel options as well. We have the Evermore Orlando Resort, which is right on this beautiful Evermore Bay, which is a swimmable lagoon. And on site is also the Conrad Orlando as well. And if your clients want to stay slightly off-site in more of a local area, the Alphon Inn is in the really pretty area of Winter Park. As I mentioned, we now have 48 Michelin recognized restaurants, 7 which are Michelin starred. And then new restaurant options at Disney Springs. So we have Eat by Manhit Chauhan and Summer House on the Lake. And the Bandbox in Ivanhoe Village. This is Orlando's first alcohol-free speakeasy. And over at the Caribe Royale Orlando Resort, they've opened up their stadium club, so great for watching games. And they also have their little interactive games as well that your clients can enjoy. Over at the Dr. Phillips Center for the Performing Arts, right downtown Orlando, they've got their new Judson's Live, which is their speakeasy, little restaurant and bar. And as I mentioned, Area 15 coming later this year. And again, right downtown, we also have the Orlando Science Center. So that's what to explore in 2024, and there's more coming into 2025. I do want to touch upon Brightline just quickly. So they did start service from Orlando down to Miami last September. So the train does leave from Terminal C at the Orlando International Airport. It does have connections in between to West Palm Beach, Boca Raton, Fort Lauderdale, and Aventura. So this has been really great for people who want to come down, spend a week or so down in Orlando, enjoying all of the fun, and then perhaps they're going out on a cruise from Fort Lauderdale or from Miami. So this is a great way to get your clients down there. Takes about 3.5 hours, so it's a little less than driving, but certainly a great way to get around. And there is future connections coming into Stewart and Cocoa. So Cocoa Beach will take you out into the direction of Port Canaveral. So that's going to be great for cruise passengers leaving out of Port Canaveral. So you may already know about our Orlando Travel Academy. Hopefully you do. It is a really, really great online specialist course that we have for you. Currently 7 chapters. The initial 5 chapters will get you your designation as a certified Orlando expert. But by completing the course, you do gain access to a fountain of knowledge, of course. Chapter 1 is all about Orlando. Chapter 2 is about where to stay and the different neighborhoods. Chapter 3 is about our theme parks. Chapter 4 is about our beyond the park experiences. And chapter 5 is about our culture, cuisine, and our dining and entertainment scene. So really great content in those first 5 chapters. Then you can go on and complete our specialization courses. So chapter 6 is called Value to VIP, and it's talking about our different accommodations from the moderately priced up to the luxury. And our newest chapter, which has been available for about a month now, is called our student and youth chapter. So you can go on and learn about that, selling that market down to Orlando, such as cheerleading competitions, etc., which are always taking place down in Orlando. Also, by becoming a certified Orlando expert, you do gain access to graduate benefits to use for yourself on your next trip to Orlando. So you do get 2 free tickets to the Kennedy Space Center, 1 free ticket to the Boggy Creek Airboat Adventures, Wild Florida, Legoland Florida, and Gatorland. Buy one, get one 50% off at additional area attractions such as the Crayola Experience and sporting events such as the Orlando Magic NBA team, and discounts to malls and hotels as well. So you can get started by going to orlandotravelacademy.com, register, complete the course. It takes 45 minutes or less to complete the course, but there's lots of great content on there, and it is available in other languages as well. So if you want to do it in English or French or even German, we do have other languages available to you. And we did just relaunch our website as well. So we do have a brand new website, visitorlando.com. There's lots of great information on there as well. Things to do, places to stay, calendar events, offers, interactive maps. So a great tool for you to use to help you sell Orlando. So that is Orlando and what's new in a nutshell. You got my contact information there, my telephone number, as well as my email address. Please feel free to reach out to me anytime if you have any questions. And I'm going to stop sharing the screen now, and I'm going to pass it off to Jessica to tell you all about the Grove Resort and Water Park.
Thank you, Carrie. That was outstanding. I am
Using my voice a little bit.
I'm certain that everyone learned a lot today because I have lived here for a decade and I just made a list of things that I need to do on the weekends because that was just fabulous content. Loved it. But let's talk a little bit more about the Grove Resort. So as Susan shared, we are going to be giving away a 4-night stay to the Grove Resort. To one lucky participant today. But if you do not win that, you go on and take Carrie's Orlando Travel Academy and also open up some wonderful discounts for the Grove Resort as well, because we are a participant in the Orlando Travel Academy. So don't forget to do that so you can come visit as well. Can I get some thumbs up? Has anyone stayed at the Grove Resort? Anybody been here before? Has anyone, oh, we got a couple. Okay, awesome. Has anyone heard of it? Wonderful. You may have heard of the Grove Resort and Spa. However, we have recognized here at the Grove Resort, we are an incredibly family-friendly location in Orlando, and spa doesn't really tend to go with the family friendly. So we have changed our name to the Grove Resort and Water Park, and our spa is soon going to be released as a virtual gaming area where families can go in together, they can do golf, they can do soccer and things like that. So the new name is the Grove Resort and Water Park, and we would love to welcome you for those that have not been here before, so you can try us out, and for those that have, a couple thumbs up we saw, can't wait to have you back. So let's talk a little bit about the Grove. This picture is an aerial picture where we were building the Grove. We fully opened right before COVID. So you can see there's a little construction going on, but a very, very large complex, 865 full condos. Our smallest condo being 1,200 square feet and going up to just under 1,700 square feet. So one floor of the Grove Resort is actually a mile long. 7 floors. If you walk to every room, you would definitely get your steps in for the day. A really large self-contained resort on 106 acres of conservation land. So a wonderful, quiet place right outside of Disney. Keeps you right next to the action, but really feels like a self-contained resort. Very peaceful. Location-wise, Carrie gave you some great references for Orlando. When you saw that Lake Buena Vista area, and a lot of people are familiar with that, if you think of Lake Buena Vista and its relationship to Disney, we are the same on the west side. It's a little quieter, but the same distance from Disney as Lake Buena Vista is on the west side. There's a new area of town called Flamingo Crossing. It's got 6 value brands, really nice value brands that have popped up there for quick stays. New shopping area, a lot of dining is coming up, but a little bit quieter side of Orlando. However, still has that super easy access to Disney. And we are just 3 miles from the Animal Kingdom Park. If you're coming from the airport, about a 30-minute drive, pretty easy, right down the 417. And then you're going to pull into a really peaceful area right off of the 192 area, right off the Kissimmee area as well. So key features here, why do people come to the Grove Resort? Well, we're an all condo destination, a self-catered destination where they can stay for usually 3 to 8 nights, really enjoy themselves, really spread out, and not have to worry about going out to dinner for breakfast, going out to 3 meals a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They can bring in some of their own groceries. They can cook their own meals if they want, and they really can settle in and enjoy the amenities here. So we have those huge condos, 1,200 to a little over 1,600 square feet, lots of space for the family, and an abundance of amenities. So while they're going to have everything they need in that condo as well, they're going to have wonderful access to great amenities here at our resorts. They're going to have 5 pools to choose from, a full water park that's included with their stay, lots of dining, things to do, a lake that they can access, go kayaking. We'll kind of go through all that a little bit more. Our guests that stay here are really staying here to enjoy the resort. A lot of them will go to Disney during the day, and then they'll come back, go to the water park, and maybe to catch the fireworks in the evening. But they do want to spend time here while they're here because there are so many amenities. So let's look at those condos. So our 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo has 2 different types of arrangement. What we're looking at here in the picture is our family suite room. And what we here have in the overlay is our standard 2-bedroom. So that's going to be a 1,200 square foot unit with a king master, and then a queen as a second room, or our family suite is going to be a king and then 2 doubles. Every couch in the Grove Resort is going to be a full pull-out couch. So this unit is made for up to 6 individuals. When they check into this, they'll get up to 6 bracelets. That's going to get them into all the amenities as well. So really, really comfortable space for up to 6 people to stay and enjoy. Every room here is going to have a balcony, and it's going to be a screened balcony so they can enjoy it in the evenings when there's a few bugs out here in Florida, as we know, and they can really enjoy that space as they would their own home. This is going to be our 3-bedroom, 2-bath. So all of our 3 bedrooms are going to be a king master, and then the additional 2 rooms are going to be queens. So those queen rooms can either come with their own bathroom, or we can do a 3-bedroom with a 2-bath. We find families really like the 3-bedroom, 2-bath, where adult traveling groups or maybe multiple family units, where it's aunt and uncle and grandpa and grandma, they really like the 3-3 because that's going to give them all their own bath. So this is what that 3-3 is going to look like. Every 3-3 looks like this with this popped out seating area, which is some really nice extra space. That seating area is going to have access to their screened in balcony as well as the living room has access. Now these rooms, all 3 bedrooms are going to be equipped for 8 individuals. So they're going to have their kitchen equipped for 8 serving plates and bowls and everything they need for 8 people to enjoy their stay. This is a look at what the living space looks like. So they're going to have a dining room table here. They're obviously going to have their TV and nook area, and then their pull-out couch that we chatted about, as well as their screened-in balcony. We do have two view types here. So our standard view type is going to be the resort view. There's not a bad view on property. Our grounds are immaculately kept. As I mentioned, we're on 106 acres of conservation land. So your basic view is going to look out over that conservation space. It's going to be green space. You can upgrade we have $10 upgrade per night to our superior view. Our superior view is always going to be a water view. So it's either going to be one of our lakes, our main lake, which is Lake Austin, or our pools or our water park. So if your guest really wants that water view, it's pretty simple to upgrade, but all the views here are beautiful. This is the standard kitchen. The kitchen's going to look the same in both our 2 and our 3-bedroom condo. So you're going to have a full kitchen. As I said, the difference is going to be what it's equipped with. So your 2 bedrooms with the servings for 6, where your 3 is going to be for 8 individuals. So you have a full refrigerator, you have pots and pans so that our guests can cook. And then in this little pantry here, you're going to find a full-size washer and dryer and a broom and dustpan. So our guests, if they need to do some cleanup, that's equipped in there. And then we provide a starter pack of cleaning with every stay. So they're going to have some dish soap, they're going to have some soap for their dishwasher, and they're going to have 2 packs of soap for their washer and dryer. So they can launder their towels while they're here if they need to do that. Our units are self-cleaning. We do go into the unit every other day and remove all trash. Other than that, you need to stay 8 or more days to get a full cleaning. So for our guests that are staying 8 or more nights, every 5 days, we will do a full cleaning on their room. A full cleaning takes us about 4 hours. So most people don't want us in their rooms for 4 hours a day while we fully clean. And they are more of a self-catered feeling when you're in these units. So those real long length of stays, and we do get some of those from Canada, they will get those cleanings every 5 days if they're staying 8 or more. Otherwise, they're going to have the trash removal and it will be self-catered to their cleaning. I'd like to introduce you to our terraces. So our terraces is our newest building. It opens here in just 4 weeks. We're very excited about this. This is another 160 units here on property. If you are familiar with maybe the Moxie brand, it's very similar to that feeling. So a minimalist room that's nicely appointed. It has a little bit more of an upscale vibe or kind of a chic vibe to it, but it's standard hotel rooms. So if you have a group that is traveling together and we have grandma and grandpa and they really don't want to be with the kids and the whole family, but what am I going to do with a 2-bedroom condo? This is where they're going to stay. It's going to be a great property for them. So half the rooms in this building, about 80 rooms, are going to be standard hotel rooms with king beds. The other half are 1-bedroom suites. So our 1-bedroom suites are not condos. They do have a small kitchen area and a 2-burner stove. So they're going to have some of those amenities. So they can self-cater a little bit, but it's going to be more of what you think of as a traditional hotel suite. The other great things about this building is it's going to bring some more amenities on board. So it's going to have another hot tub, another pool, a restaurant, a bar, and another fitness center. And all of the amenities here are shared between all of our guests. Well, we do think this building is going to lead to more of an adult or mature vibe. It is certainly not adult only, and our guests are more than welcome to go use the pool. I can tell you, however, as a mom of 2 little boys, if I walked over that pool, my kids would say, turn around, let's go back to the water park. It just has a very mature vibe with some sun shelves and loungers and the bar right there at the pool, where likely our more mature guests are going to want to hang out here, and our families with small children are probably going to prefer the water park for one of our other pools. So it just gives this new vibe to the hotel where a guest can, if they like, get away from, this kind of like hula hooping contest that we have at the water park and our water park parties, and have a little bit more of a serene experience should they choose to. Now let me show you what those rooms look like. This is the standard room. So these rooms do not have balconies. They're floor to ceiling windows, really pretty. They let in a ton of light. They're going to have those same view types. They're going to have the resort view type or water view type, just like our standard Grove building does. And they're all going to be king beds. So 100% of the rooms at the Grove or at the terraces at the Grove are king beds. This is what that suite looks like. We chatted a little bit about that. It still has some really great amenities for what a suite offers. You see the 2-burner stove here, a little kitchenette area, a seating area. The room closes off, but it's not a full condo. So a little bit of a different step for a guest that maybe is traveling as a couple, or maybe it's a couple with baby, and we just don't need 2 full condos or 2 full bedroom condo. This is going to be a really great option for them. Now, every suite here is going to have that balcony. Let's talk a little bit about dining. I know you learned a ton about restaurants. I'm hungry after watching Carrie's presentation. Need to try out some of those Michelin restaurants, but we do have a lot of restaurants here on property for our guests to enjoy as well. We have Valencia, which is our indoor restaurant, serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner a la carte. Really great seafood here. A great place to pop in, have breakfast and lunch. Dinner, I always recommend a reservation. It does get a little busy in that location, but if they get a reservation when they check in or throughout the day through our app, they should be good to go in that restaurant. The Springs Bar and Grill is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner as well. This is all outdoor seating, and the bar here opens at 11 o'clock daily. Most of the food and beverage that's served on property comes out of the Longboard because most of our guests are in our water park, enjoying the water park. So this is a self-contained restaurant at the water park that has all those frozen drinks that you think of when you think of vacation. And they can come here, they can have our wave run or pina colada and have a great time. So our guests can enjoy their food and beverage while they're at the water park. All of our pools also have QR codes on every chair with a number. So they can scan that QR code and they can have a drink delivered to their chair. So they don't even have to get up and stand in line if they don't want to. They don't have to go over the bar. They can sit right where they are, scan it in, and have that pina colada come right to their chair. Last but not least, we have Al Fresco's Market. As we chatted about earlier before everybody jumped on, we just switched this to a Starbucks last week. So everybody's super excited about Starbucks. Al Fresco's is an awesome shop, a really large shop where we have all those Disney gifts that you want to take home. You can grab those. It has a grocery area. If you forgot something, you need something little for your room, you can grab some groceries. And then it has our coffee bar and our pizzeria. So lots of stuff to grab and go. You know, they can order a pizza off of our app, go pick it up. We have some hot sandwiches, things like that. Something to grab and go where maybe they don't want to sit down and have a full meal. And then we do have our Springs Bar and Grill. So at our Springs pool, this is 3 pools that are independent from the water park. They also have a bar and grill there for our guests. Lots of places to enjoy. Now let's look at amenities. So we have the terraces pool. This is that new pool I talked about where all of our guests are welcome, but it has a little bit more of a mature vibe. As you can kind of see, it has those sun shelves, a little bit more quiet. Have that bar right there. So our guests that maybe want a little bit of a different vibe, great place for them to go over and enjoy. This is our Springs pool. So we have 3 pools here that interlace, and then there's a great big hot tub in between them. Lovely place. Lots of guests enjoy this during the day as well. It does have a kids splash zone over here. So if you want something that's maybe not full water park, but still has some great amenities for the kids, this is an excellent place. It's right across from our Springs Pool Bar and Grill. So they can pop across and grab something to eat as well. And then all the chairs here are also going to have that QR code so they can order drinks to their chairs and have them delivered. And then everybody's favorite Surfari Water Park. So the Surfari Water Park is included for all guests, up to 6 in those 2 bedrooms, up to 8 guests in those 3 bedrooms every day. So they can enjoy this water park as often as they like. We do have lifeguards in the water park. It is a full service water park. It has many features, but one of the things our guests love is this giant pool. So that's going to be your 5th pool here on property. We have the quiet pool at the terraces. We have kind of our middle of the road vibe with our springs pool. And then we go over to our water park where it's the water park party. So lots of people having a great time at the water park, DJs going, really great time to be had here. We have 2 dueling water slides here. These water slides are going to come out into our lazy river. Here's a little picture of our lazy river. It is a 600-foot lazy river. Takes quite a while to get around it. It's a lot of fun for relaxing. It has some waterfalls in it as well. There's some water guns that are mounted from the side that other guests will come and shoot you. So you can't get too relaxed there, but other guests can have fun with our guests that are floating around the lazy river. And then we do have a kids activity pool as well. So that's going to have 3 additional slides. It's going to be for a little bit more of those little kids, but going up to, I had my 10-year-old here and he had a blast over there. So a really good spot for the kids. We do have cabanas at our water park that our guests can rent daily. Again, that's something they do from the app. Something I love is the kids area actually surrounded by cabanas. So if you have smaller children where you think a lot of your day is going to be spent there, great place to get a cabana and kind of set up for your day. And then we have our FlowRider. If you visit TripAdvisor, 90% of the comments are going to talk about our FlowRider. Our guests love the FlowRider. We have awesome surf instructors, but something else we do that makes this FlowRider unique is we offer group lessons. So typically you'll find these maybe on a cruise ship, or there's a couple of hotels in Orlando that have them, and it's around $100 for a lesson. So you kind of really want to know what you're doing. You really got to love to try to surf if you're going to spend that. Here we do group lessons. We do 5 people at a time and it's $35. So the vast majority of our guests go ahead and try our FlowRider because it's really quite affordable and they love it. So the smaller children that we have boogie boards, and then as they are 42 inches or taller, they can go ahead and try surfing. They'll put them out on the tow rope. There's music playing. They have a blast out there. It's a 30-minute lesson for $35. Then we have Flip Flops Family Fun Center. So when they need to cool off, Flip Flops is directly across from the water park. I love where this is positioned because it's a great spot to take a little break from that sun. They can pop in. We have air blasting in there, kind of like the penguins over at SeaWorld. This is where you want to go to cool off. It has its own putt-putt golf course inside, and then it is a full ticketing arcade. It is very large. So this picture is taken from about the 3rd way in. So it's about 3 times as big as what you see here. Huge ticketing arcade, skeet ball, all those games you get from a Dave & Buster's or that type of experience you're going to have here. We do have a children's activity center. This is also included. So they're going to have access to this. It is a family experience. So this isn't a drop your kids off and go, but it's a place that family can enjoy together. So lots of games, coloring, various things. And then we do activities throughout the day here, such as tie-dye shirts or Build-A-Buddy. Anything that has a product kids are going to take with them, there's a small cost. So like our tie-dye shirts, for example, they're going to pay $5 to take the shirt with them. They're pretty minimal cost, but they have a lot of that throughout the day. We do slime there. Kids love to make slime and things like that. And then in the summers, on the weekends, when we're really busy and the resort is sold out, on Fridays and Saturdays, we actually do family night out here. So that is where you can drop the children off for $45. They take them from 6 to 10. We feed them pizza. We watch a movie, have a blast, and the parents can go and enjoy their evening here on the resort or go to one of the parks if they like. My favorite place on the property is Lake Austin. So as we mentioned, this is a conservation land, and we have a conserved lake as well. It's a very, very large lake with this beautiful pier that goes out over the lake, and guests can do many activities on the lake. So you can come, just enjoy. It's a lovely place to sit out. You can see one building from the lake in the distance. Other than that, you can't see anything, and you never will, because all the land is conserved around here. We have about 10 alligators that call Lake Austin home, and you're likely to see some alligators while you're here zipping across the lake. That's really fun. Sandhill cranes and a lot of different flora and fauna of Florida. And while they're here, they can do fishing. We have fishing poles they can rent. They can just feed the fish if they want and have something relaxing to do. We have kayaks for a rental. They can take our swan boats out, or they can do a full pontoon tour. So the pontoon tours are staffed by our Parks and Rec team, and then we'll take them out. They'll drive them around Lake Austin. They'll show them a lot about Florida, and they can really learn a lot about the natural Florida while they're here. So that is all I have for you. A couple things I did want to mention is transportation. In addition to all the amenities we have here, transportation is included for all your guests. They are going to have transportation to all the Disney parks, the Universal parks, and to SeaWorld. We do Universal and SeaWorld once a day. The Disney parks we do multiple times a day. Another question I had a lot from our last group was parking. So we do have parking here. Each of those buildings have their own parking garage. You will park in the garage and on the floor where your room is. So your room is really accessible. They'll say, okay, we're in building 3. You're going to park in building 3 garage on the 5th floor, and then your room's going to be right off of that. Parking is $25 a day here. And then, of course, we do have the resort fee, which is dependent on the size of the room. So it's going to be $40 on our terrace, $45 on our 2 bedrooms, and $50 on our 3 bedrooms. And that's going to get all access for all guests in the room to all of the amenities every day. And I think that is about all I had to share with you. I really appreciate you here today and looking forward to what questions you might have for us.
Thanks. I just want to say I just got back from the Grove and it was so much fun. The rooms certainly are very spacious. I have 2 teenagers. We can all come back from the parks of the day and sort of retreat to our own area, and they can get onto the Wi-Fi and call their friends. And it was really great. We had a super experience. So Lazy River was amazing. And of course, the parking, as Jessica said, super easy. You're literally on your floor, really easy to get to everything. And you're only about 10-15 minutes from a grocery store. So if you want to stock your room, you can certainly do that. So we loved it. Highly recommend.
Oh, sounds great. You both did a great job. Amazing. I know that everyone is so eager because someone wants to go to the Grove. Like they're popping in on Facebook saying it. So, okay, ladies, if it's okay, we have a couple of questions in the Q&A box, and I have a couple here on Facebook as well. So should we start the Q&A box first?
Sure.
Okay, great. Let's see here. So Lisa has booked several clients to the Grove and they love it. Is it possible to book a site inspection to do photos and social media posts if she goes down? Oh, maybe also virtual too, who knows?
Yeah, absolutely. So I would definitely be the best person to contact for that. We do have a very robust marketing team here as well. So if you do have like an influencer type person that wants to come down, we have a team for that that handles all of those visits. But site visit wise, that would be me, and I'd love to hear from you.
Great. And just so everyone knows, I put Jessica's contact information on Facebook, on Zoom, in the chat, on both chats. So it's there for you. Sandra's asking, are pets, dogs, service dogs allowed?
So service animals are always going to be welcome. Outside of service animals, it is a pet-free environment.
Okay, and I know you actually talked about shuttles. So Selena asked about shuttles, and there was a couple of people that asked about shuttles, and I know you covered it, which is great as well. Oh, and Thelma also asked about it to the parks and things like that. So
yeah, so just to reiterate, that's going to be at Disney parks, Universal Parks, and SeaWorld. With Universal and SeaWorld going and coming back once a day, and then those Disney parks are going to have multiple trips a day.
And Celine's asking if they book the transfers, do they is there any shuttles or anything that they can get a seniors rate or anything to that effect?
From the airport?
Yes.
Yeah, so definitely we have some great options from the airport. As a local, I would say Uber's probably the most affordable. When I travel, just from my home, and my home is actually a little bit further away than this, I always take Uber. It's better than parking, and it tends to be better than most of the transportation that we have here. But of course, we do have some local shuttles as well. Mears is going to be the #1 shuttle service to and from the airport.
Okay, great. And Wendy has a good question. I know you talked about parking, but do they do that prior to check-in? And what if they have 2 cars?
So parking is $25 per vehicle. So if they have 2 cars, there would be 2 parking charges per day. And that's going to be when they check in. So it's going to be more of a incidental type charge that will be covered when they check in.
Okay. I believe just Cynthia, maybe that's, you're asking about the parking. I'm not sure, but maybe if you just want to be on the Q&A, if you want to let us know what you're referring to for the price. Hi, Patty. Patty says, Jessica, are the room plans available on your website to send to clients?
You know, the layouts, as I showed you today, aren't necessarily, you're going to see pictures of each, but I would be happy to make this presentation available. If Susan, we can do that, then they can see the actual layouts.
Absolutely. And I know probably Carrie's going to do a follow-up email with everyone so she can include links and everything that they're all asking for. Okay. And Natalie's asking, is there a cost for the tubes in the lazy river?
No, there's not, and there's plenty of them. So they just need to grab one and go. We do have a little shop in the water park. So if they want to get their own tube, or they forgot their snorkel, or they maybe sunscreen, that's available for them.
Okay, great. So just Cynthia's actually, she says, would the prices be per person or is it per room?
It's per room. So everything here is per room, including that resort fee. So if we think about that, $50 is our 3-bedroom resort fee per day. So it comes out to around $7 or $8 per person if you have those 8 guests staying. We do allow very few, but we do allow some outside access to our water park. That would be if you're a guest here and you have a guest that would like to join you at the water park. If you're a registered guest, they can come. But as a good point of comparison, it's $70 a person. So an adult ticket is $70 and child ticket's $35 for the day. So they're going to pay more for one person for one day than you're going to pay for your whole room per day.
Great. I'm just going to hop over to Facebook because there's a question over there if you ladies don't mind. It's from our friend TLC, Terry Lynn Cosley. So at the terraces, the 1-bedroom, is the couch in the living room a pullout?
In the 1-bedroom it is. In the standard room it is not.
Okay. Just some comments as well that they're so happy that there's washer and dryers. What a great bonus that is for sure.
Very convenient.
Yeah. Especially, when you have a family, like you guys, everyone's going to get wet and swimming and change of clothes, I'm sure, for sure.
Not having to worry about packing your kids an outfit for every day.
It's true.
Exactly.
Bring a carry-on. All right. So Natalie's asking, are there any menu vegan options at your restaurants?
Absolutely. Yeah. So we have a wide range of options at the restaurant. Valencia does tend to have a lot of seafood. We have great seafood options, but we have vegan, vegetarian options as well.
Okay, great. And I'm not sure, maybe Carrie can answer this, but is the resort partnered with WestJet Vacations? So can they book it through WestJet? Any tour operators?
That's a great question, and I can. So we have been partnered with Air Canada for a while now, for probably going on a year, maybe a little less than a year. We have a brand new partnership with Travel Brands. So brand spanking new. Couple weeks now, we have been up and running with Travel Brands, so you can access that way. And then we have a partnership in the works with WestJet. So that's probably going to come online in a month or so.
Excellent. Great questions, guys. Really great. Courtney's asking, is there a schedule they can access to and from the parks with transportation?
We do have a schedule. You can contact us and we can provide it to you. It changes seasonally based on what the park's operating hours are and what they're doing. So depending on the time of the year, sometimes that Disney fireworks show will be at 8 o'clock and sometimes it will be at 9 o'clock. We change the transportation hours around what's happening at the park. So it's always available when they check in with our rec schedule as well. But you can get it in advance. Just know that it might change based on when you're coming.
Okay, great. I just wanted to read a few comments here because people are saying that they've got, here, Shira said, all of the clients that they have sent love the Grove, and it was love, a long love.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear that.
All right, great. So Celine's asking, are the park tickets also available upon arrival and when clients decided, mostly when their stay is longer than 7 days?
Absolutely. So we have a full service concierge here. Keeping in mind 1-day park tickets are not discounted anywhere. So if you're just getting a 1-day park ticket, it's not going to do you much good. But if you're doing a multi-day, we always have discounts available on that through our concierge. And then of course you could always buy your 1 day here as well. And they know everything there is to know about rides. So I happen to walk by them about 10 times a day. And the things I hear and the details about roller coasters and rides and what to do at the park is outstanding. So we definitely have an expert here for you.
Excellent. So I just see some people pop some questions in the chat. So guys, we usually lose them in the chat because things move up, but I'm happy to see this one here. Do you have any sort of stay and cruise packages where customers, as you said earlier, they can park their car, have the cruise, but do you have any packages set up for that?
We do not currently have any stay and cruise packages, but that's a great idea.
Okay, there you go. Amy says, great amount of information. Thank you so much. Great presentation, ladies, from Susan. Looks really, really nice. So good. All right, let's see here. Okay, well, I think, Carrie, if you can see, I think we're good with the questions.
Absolutely. Thank you, everybody, for joining us and for the great questions. And thank you, Jessica, for joining us.
Thank you, Carrie.
Amazing. And don't forget, there's one lucky spoiled agent that's going to go to the Grove. Wow. And I can't wait to find out who that is. So give us a couple of days. We're going to send everything over to the ladies, and Carrie can pick the winner, of course. And Carrie will contact you. If you get an email from Carrie, this is good news, guys.
It's good news.
Thank you. And Jessica, you've been amazing. What a great ambassador you are for your brand. And you too, Carrie, always as well. And we really thank all the spoiled agents for joining us over lunch. We truly, truly appreciate it. And we had a great turnout today. I see someone had their hand raised on Zoom. There's too many of us to unmute you guys. So that's why we always direct you to the Q&A box. So wonderful. Everyone's saying thank you, and have a magical day. Awesome.
Oh, thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Bye, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Bye for
Bye.
now.